Okay, thank you for coming today to help us recognize and celebrate the Student Association for their contribution and continued support of campus recreation. First, I just want to recognize some special guests that came to help us to do this. Elliot Eccles, where's Elliot?
Here.
Elliot, President of the Student Association. Thank you, Elliot. Austin Quick, where's Austin? Austin, Speaker of the Senate. Delonte LaFleur, where's Delonte? Delonte's the President-elect of the Student Association. Thank you for coming. And if there's any other Student Association members, I don't know if people got to come, but any other Student Association members raise their hands? Yeah! Thank you. We also want to acknowledge the sport club members who are here today. Thank you so much for being present. Appreciate it. And I want to acknowledge Dr. Jones, our Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Thank you. And everyone else that came. So thank you for coming. I want to briefly acknowledge our staff. We have an incredibly talented staff, our campus recreation staff. So those that are full-time and graduate staff, could you just please raise your hands really high? Really high. Thank you. So the way this is going to go, just so you guys know, is going to be very brief, so we won't take up too much of your time, but there is going to be a brief presentation. We are going to do two things here today. After that, after the brief presentation, we're going to do a ribbon cutting over by racquetball court 5 and 6, and then we're going to, you can enjoy refreshments, and then we actually, all the full-time staff and grad staff will be here to give you tours of the things we're going to be talking about today. So it should be pretty brief. So first we want to bring up Austin and Elliot, and we're going to start with the agreement.
Hello everyone, welcome, thank you for coming out this afternoon. I know it's a Friday and many people have a lot of things going on, but we're excited about today. This is a culmination of a long time coming with working with the staff of the Rec Center. Both Elliot and I have met with Sandy and her dedicated staff over the past year. One of the things when Elliot and I took over this past year, we met with Sandy and looked at the need that there was both for the Rec Center and for sports clubs. I know we've worked with many of you here today, and you're all very dedicated to NIU, and we wanted to pay back to the students that pay a lot of money to go here and make this a great place to live and to work and to go to school. One of the things that we're here to celebrate today is the dedication by the Student Association to this facilities, to our students, and that is the money that we gave at the beginning of the year in the amount of $100,000 to purchase above and beyond the money we already give, both in the fees and also in our Student Association budget to the Rec Center. And today, well, I know Sandy said that's part of the ribbon cutting. We're going to celebrate that, and I hope everyone enjoys it. We've heard nothing but good things about it. And one of the things that we want to talk about is specifically the fact that we see the need for this center to be better. We are out there every week. We're in at least 1 or 2 meetings where we let the president know. We were with him yesterday. President Peters, Dr. Williams, that the students need a better facility. As you can tell, this facility is less than a third the size it needs to be for a campus this size, and we are not going to rest until we get the facility that we need here at NIU. That is going to take work and it's going to take participation. Part of that also, besides the $100,000 gift that we gave on top of our normal budget, is also the agreement that we're going to have today, and it is both Elliot and I's pleasure, and also with Sandy, to announce that as of today, and the bill will be passed this weekend, hopefully through Senate, the Student Association is giving up the day-to-day task of running sports clubs here at NIU to the campus recreation. They're going to hire a new full-time staff member, and Sandy will speak on that briefly, and we are going to give it over. One of the things we realized is specifically, I'm going to speak to you members of the sports club community, is you're not just a club. You are truly, truly athletes, and you give a lot back to this university. We had women's rugby last week, won first place in their championship down in, I think it was Knoxville. The equestrian team constantly wins competitions. I see the equestrian team back there. Everyone knows the NIU men's hockey team and all their hard work on the ice. And talk about a dedicated team when you have to travel just to go practice. I mean, that's a dedication. Men's rugby did an amazing, had an amazing season this year. Lacrosse, all the teams here that are part of the sports clubs, we want to give back to you. And one of the things we realize is there's only so much we can do as a student association. That's where we've worked in partnership with Sandy and her staff, and hopefully you will find this to be a better system for you. So you won't have to deal so much with the day-to-day stuff from SA, but really work with Sandy and the professional staff that will be able to give you the resources you need. And it's about paying back to you guys and making sure you have the resources to make our school that much more competitive. And we realize, and we thank you specifically for the amount of work you do, because we know you do a lot in helping students come here and showing retention, keeping people here. And we've looked at your GPAs. You typically have higher GPAs than the average student, and it's one thing that we're very proud of, and we want to give back to all of you. So thank you.
Briefly before we sign the agreement is basically that we're going to have the dedicated coordinator. We're going to have dedicated funds to do day-to-day operations with sport clubs so that you can be better supported on a daily basis. And we're going to ensure that everything that we do is done in a safe manner and an equitable manner. And we really hope that this new partnership will help you grow and just become one of the faces for NIU. So we appreciate that. So there you go.
I feel like I'm in a draft.
This is actually a legal note.
I'm signing it for a loan.
I'm going to give a brief presentation. It really is an honor and privilege to have not only the sport club sponsorship, the partnership with the Student Association, but it's an honor and privilege to be able to have the Student Association step up and contribute $100,000 to replace capital equipment. It really means not only a lot to the campus recreation staff because we care about recreation and how that looks on our campus, but it also is something that impacts students on a daily basis. You know, Austin mentioned that last spring we had a conversation, and one of the things that Austin and Elliot both said to me was, we want to make a difference. And believe me, they have. Every single day when they get up, they're leading and they're trying to make a difference on this campus, and truly by not only their $100,000 contribution and this partnership, I really think they are going to enhance student experience with regards to recreation. So I appreciate that. So why is recreation experience so important to students? I have to talk about this because I really believe that the student recreation experience contributes to their academic success. Campus recreation is a place for students to connect and establish lifelong friendships. Research has shown that exercise is linked to knowledge and retention, and I really believe that. Universities around the country have also assessed that the more that students use recreation centers, the higher their GPAs, and that's phenomenal. So it's an opportune time for students to be exposed to a variety of activities, and we try to provide that comprehensive program here. We have seen such a growth in the last 4 years. In 2006-2007, we had 370,000 individual uses in all of our facilities. In 2010 and 2011, we had 429,000 uses in our facilities. It was a 13.8% increase in a 4-year span, which I think is amazing. That is 59,000 more individual uses in the 4 years than we had in 2006. Last year alone in the Student Rec Center, we had 378,000 uses. And of that, 185,000 of those uses was just in the cardio and strength training area. So that tells you that 49% of our student use is in the cardio strength training area. It's our smallest space. So like Elliot said, like Austin said, we really need to address the issue with trying to look at more space because we're about the third the size we need to be. In a student survey conducted in the spring of 2010, 6 out of 7 students said to us, NIU students said, that 85% of students indicated that they participated in on-campus recreation. That's 10% higher than the national average. So students at NIU really want recreation and believe that that is a part of their student experience. So what did the $100,000 get us? It got us 10 cardio stations, it got us 19 training stations, 13 pairs of dumbbells, and a whole new exercise boxing area that we converted one of the racquetball courts for. So in appreciation for the Student Association, Austin Elliott's leadership, we are sincerely grateful for their contribution, sincerely. There is. So I want to present this on behalf of Campus Recreation and the students to the Student Association. So come on up. And I'm just going to briefly read it so you'll know what it says. It says, to the Student Association, in appreciation for your 100,000 contribution and continued support. You have enhanced the student recreation experience and truly made a difference in students' lives. Thank you, Campus Recreation 2011-2012. Thank you.